Hi, how y'all doing? Today is the 22nd of December, 2025. It's Monday. Here in Ontario, Canada, it's cloud covered and cold. Just not being able to get my feet and hands warm for some reason. ISIS is on the land, right? So, yeah. Um, I didn't make a video yesterday. I was hungover. My friend got me into drinking. Got me drinking Saturday night at about 9:30, right? She called me. She got herself stuck out in the country, right? Wanted me to come get her. I was like, nah, I don't drive at night. The lights are too hard on my eyes, right? Because cataracts. And so that's why I wear glasses. And so I said, call a cab and I'll half it for you, right? Because she's always there for me. Because she was broke ass. So she managed to get herself and her friend here, right? The same guy that was here drinking with us before. She was at his house, right? And so she went to the store and got me uh, some cans of iced tea, like hard Mike's or Mike's hard tea, right? And I don't drink, or hard lemonade, and I don't drink this stuff, right? Because it's carbonated. It's not good for me. So I did my best to get the carbon out of it by stirring it a whole bunch and putting salt in it, right? Stirring it, bringing the foam up. So because I started so late, uh, we were up to like after 3. We heard the neighbor bang on the wall, and I shut the music down, right? I said, well, that's it, right? I didn't realize it was so late, right? We always have a good time when we're together. We talk. Her friend passed out on my couch sofa, right? Uh, I think he's an alcoholic from the sounds of it, right? From what she says about him. Um, so yeah, the Schuman was 26 yesterday. I slept in till like quarter to 10 yesterday in the rise because I didn't get to bed until like 3:30 something. And I woke up and I could hardly talk. I was like so congested in my chest and probably from singing, right? So I spent yesterday healing up, right? I did. My son didn't come home, so I had the house. It was quiet, right? So nothing spectacular happened. I just sat and listened to Rod Hayes was on a couple of times on YouTube and yeah, just stuff like that, right? Laid down for about an hour in the afternoon. I kept on getting the chills and I was like, oh no, right? But after I got up, it stopped. So I'm glad about that. It's usually a sign of something getting into you, right? Because colds and flus and all that really aren't natural, right? Every ailment has a patent number, right? So they put that out there. Put it in your mind, you think of it psychosomatically, you make yourself ill, right? So, yeah, that's why I don't go to the doctors for checkups or anything like that because they put the thought into your mind that there might be something wrong, right? And then your mind manifests it psychosomatic, right? So I've known this ever since I was young. So yeah, I don't pay attention. They send me letters in the mail wanting to go for an ultrasound, wanting to go for this, pap test and all that. I'd be like, no, I just rip it up and throw it in the garbage. I know my body if something's wrong, right? I do. I don't need them to put it into my mind, make me manifest it. So yeah, um, looking out at the sky at night here where I live, I've seen this one light up in the sky. It's always in the same area to the southeast, and it looks like a star, right? Until I pull out my my binoculars, zoom in at it, and realize it's flashing red, green, blue, and white lights, right? I was like, I know you're not a star, right? It's so strange. Some kind of ship. It's kind of in a line with big one in the middle, right? Not sure who they are or what it is, but it's not a star, right? Haven't seen any birds. A couple canines. I've been up since 5 o'clock on the rise. I went to bed about 9 last night. I only woke up once, so I slept well. But I got up at 5. Seen a couple of the neighbors walking their canines. So I was like, I'm not the only one up, right? Maybe it's energy. It's affecting people. Same as yesterday, I was watching some one tarot card reader, astrologist, psychic, whatever she calls herself, right? And I don't mean to poo-poo on that. I was just, yeah, right? She's just not tuned in as I would think you would be if you were called yourself a psychic. Side chick? No. And she's still young, right? So she was all being a Debbie Downer on her channel last night, talking about the astrology of Canada and all this, right? That's going to be really rough, and how she's moving to Alberta because Alberta and Saskatchewan are probably going to separate, and just a whole bunch of stuff, right? And she can't see anything good in all this, right? And the whole time she was talking, and she goes, unless there's a miracle, right? I don't know, blah, 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 right? But she was being such a Debbie Downer. Meg Moonbeam, I think she calls herself. And the whole time, my higher self saying, she has no clue, right? How great it's going to be. And yes, miracles do happen. Every time you give birth to a healthy fetus, a baby, it's a miracle, right? So every time something is born or grows, like a seed pops open, I consider that a miracle because it doesn't always happen, right? So, yeah, I just see the opposite side of what a lot of other people were saying. You know, they're all being gloom and doomers. Maybe the gloom and doom's coming for them. It's possible, right? This is what I always say. People that preach that stuff is because it's coming for them. They're attracting it, right? So yeah, wanted to go out today and pick up my order from the butcher, but I gotta wait for Pure later. Unless, I don't know, it might have gone to the warehouse here on where I live. If that's the case, hopefully I'll be able to get to them before they ship it back. I tried contacting them, but you gotta talk to the AI agent, and AI doesn't understand me, right? Keeps asking me to repeat stuff. And then it couldn't help me when it did understand me, couldn't help me anyway. Said it was going to send me a text so that I could contact the Pure Later AI. Didn't do it, right? So, and you can't talk to an agent. Lovely now, isn't it? Not. So, yeah. It's just not sufficient. It's still a baby. The AI is not sufficient, right? If it's not able to communicate or to understand everybody, it should be in control. Like people are how they're using it. It's not in control, but people are using that. Like you have to talk to it instead of talking to an agent, a human being, right? Or human doing, whatever, right? You know. So yeah, we should be getting into the next moon phase here. I'm not sure if it's today or what, but the new moon was a couple days ago, right? I keep changing it up, so it's hard for me to take track. Well, it says the waning crescent at 90%. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 days. No, not yet. Tomorrow it should be then. So that's okay. Still dreaming all the time, every night. Right? Don't remember. Don't mind. I'm going to have to cut back eating bread. I put on too much weight. I weighed myself. I'm 148 pounds. It's just too much. I'm like supposed to be around 135 pounds for the correct body fat mass, whatever, right? That's why I'm getting a double chin. Oh no. Right? I do not make an attractive, overweight person. I've been there when I was sicker, right? So I had to change my diet, get all the chemicals out, that I could, you know? So yeah, I was gonna phone my friend, see if she'd go over to the grocery store for me today, but I don't know if I want to burden her with that. Because I know she wasn't feeling great yesterday either. We talked for a few minutes, right? But yeah, I told her, it's all your fault. I said, no, it's not. I said, it was mine too. I didn't have to. You know what I mean? I said, but you got me in the mood. So she's just giving me a big ass smile. All right. So yeah. All right. How's the Ascension symptoms? A lot of pressure in the head. Ears ringing loudly. My shoulders and neck are super stiff. I'm not even going to move them to show you. That's how icky they are. Right? A little bit of pain in my tailbone. But other than that, I'm okay. I'm great. I'm better than okay. Right? Grand. And I hope you are too. So I think there was an energy with whatever planets there was in the last few days that was putting people into the shadow, right? Negative thoughts, stuff like that, right? Past shit coming back to you. And thinking that all is lost, the gloom and doom, right? Because many of the tarot card readers that are supposed to be truthers, right? And some other YouTubers I noticed were all doing the gloom and doom thing, right? To or doing their best to predict the future. And with their divining tools, all they could see was negative stuff, right? I'm wondering if they put that in themselves to bring out into the cards, right? Because you're supposed to have a clear mind when you use divination tools. Just, well, for me, anyways, just take the message that comes to you, right? So, yeah, if that's what's affecting you, I hope you feel better and you got out of the mud, right? Out of the mire. So, yeah, it always works out. Everything will be fine, right? It will. It's got to look a bit chaotic, and it's going to be worse for those that aren't supposed to be here. And they look like us, but they aren't us. So they're going to be using their sob stories, right? On how bad everything is for them. So don't fall into it. You know what I mean? Just let them be their own gloom and doom. Keep your vibe high, right? No, just look at them and be like, ooh, maybe they're not supposed to be here, right? You never know, right? Now I can see the agents easier, right? All the people that have been working against me my whole life, right? And the ones that come in to try to work against me. I won't have it. Same as the guy Toss had over Saturday night. Tried to get into an ego war with me. We were talking and he just said, nope, 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 right? I don't believe it. Nope. I said, I'm not getting into an ego war with you, right? And then Toss did something and I got him out of that line of thought, right? I thought, yeah, he ain't very healed, is he now? Right? Sad. But it is what it is. Even a lot of people that didn't take the job didn't heal, right? They're still in the old consciousness of self hate. It's sad. But like I told Tass, we're all at different levels. This is Earth School. We're in higher learning, in the Higher Learning Academy, right? I am. And I've been schooling Tass, tutoring her for the last couple of years, right? And everybody, I told her, everybody else is not in the same grade. They're not in the same college or university, in the same school, for the words for hell, right? School means hell in Hebrew. And I said, they're in like high school. You can't expect them to know what we know, right? Because she gets frustrated, right? Because a lot of people aren't even aware of what's going on, right? They think this is normal. So, yeah, I tried to get that through to her, but she's just so impatient right now. And I think that was part of the energy too. You were supposed to let go of energy on the 21st, on the 20th, 21st, right? Just get rid of that shit. Do something, right? Dance, sing, right? Go for a walk. And since I couldn't do any of that, I guess I drank Saturday night. Not as much as I usually do because it was something I didn't care for, right? But I was social with her and him until he passed out, right? Did my best to listen to them, right? So yeah, I gotta go shopping. Either get her to go or me to go tomorrow. Hopefully I can find what I need. I'm just buying food, right? So yeah, I wonder what's the weather like where you are. It's gray and chilly here. It's supposed to be a high of 1 today, but that's not very warm. And it's just so icy feeling, right? It's been feeling icy for a couple of weeks. That's why I said ice is on the land. ISIS or and ice, right? So yeah, different. I wonder if more people woke up because of the 3-1 Atlas, 3-eyed Atlas. All right, every day I ascend, transcend more than the day before. Every day I'm happier than the day before. Every day I have more gratitude than the day before. My other tooth is going to fall out. It's gotten really wiggly. I'm going to be even funnier. I wonder if it's going to mess up my speech again, right? All right. I love you all as a consciousness. Enjoy this night or day. Okay? Okay. Bye.